Hey everyone, I'm Heather and welcome back to my channel. So we are back today with the Radiants. In the last one, I believe we were trapped in the library, the old library, with our tutor. We also had a club meeting where people from other schools showed up, and one of the guys looks just like our ghost. So we creeped him out a bit by inquiring, and we've got that. So let's go ahead and get started. I arrive at the Azurite class about 15 minutes after the class has begun. I rush to my seat, barely looking where I am going. I slide into the chair, a little out of breath, and pull out my notebook. That's when I notice that it is not Professor Balin at the front of the class, but Arian. I breathe a sigh of relief. Arian is leading the class today. He knows about my predicament, so I'm sure he won't be mad. We know better than that. Miss Ash? Arian has turned his attention on me, and now everyone else's attention is on me too. Do you think it is acceptable to waltz into my classroom whenever you feel like it? Well, no, but Arian gives a loud sigh, but his ire towards me seems to dissipate somewhat. Don't be late again. Perhaps our conversation last night softened him up a little bit, because I was sure I was going to get demerits for being late. I give a quick nod, not wanting to say anything else that might set him off again. Good. Now let's continue where we left off before this impertinent interruption. I grumbled to myself, but this could have gone a whole lot worse. He's still awfully rude, though. Time for today's elective. Calligraphy. Today I learned more about the history of calligraphy. Composure and quickness. So I did decide to focus on maybe like 6 things. For some reason, today's classes took a lot out of me. It's still pretty early. The rest of the student body is still out socializing in the courtyard, but all I want to do is take a nap. I'm about to flop onto my bed face first when I notice a folded piece of paper placed neatly on my pillow. Mysterious notes are starting to become a familiar scenario, but this time it's in my room. That means this person did not just slip this under my door. My privacy was invaded. I unfold the note cautiously, as it might explode in my face. It's not too late to back out. It's the same hasty scrawl from the last note I'd received, the same warning tone, except this time I know who sent this note. Dex. Dex was in my room. A surge of anger rises within me, and I propel myself off the bed. I need to confront Dex, right now. I storm out of my room, but haven't even stopped to think about how I'm going to find Dex. I have no idea which part of the dorm hall he lives in, nor do I have any idea what classes he takes. However, I'm fueled by righteous anger, so these little complications do nothing to slow me down. I start by asking every single person I come across if they know where Dex could be. Not surprisingly, most people don't seem to know who he is at all, and if they do, they have no idea where he hangs out after classes. In the summer court, I question a group of older students. Why don't you try dowsing? What's that? Aren't you supposed to be the Oracle? Well, I haven't learned everything yet. Then I guess you'd better start getting up to speed. Okay, rude. But she's right, I don't know what dowsing is. But if it can help me find Dex, I will learn it. There are always students practicing in the Azurite classroom after hours, so I figure my best bet to find someone to assist me would be there. I'm pleasantly surprised to find Professor Balin chatting with some students at his podium. If anyone can help me, he can. Ah, Miss Ash, what brings you here? I have a topic I wanted to ask you about. Oh, what topic? What is dowsing? Dowsing? Well, that's an easy answer. It's a technique used to locate objects and minerals such as gemstones or metals that are buried underground. Minerals? Is that all it can locate? What are you trying to locate, Miss Ash? I hesitate to answer. I could tell the headmaster everything about the notes, about finding out that it was Dex that sent them. He could easily order Dex to answer for his actions. But just as I am about to spill everything, I start to feel a little silly. Is Dex really a danger to me, or is this just a frivolous squabble between students? Would I seem like I am abusing my relationship with the headmaster just to punish someone for petty misdeeds? For some reason, the headmaster's opinion is important to me. Perhaps it would be better to get the information I need and handle this myself. Is everything okay? Yeah, sorry. I guess I was just wondering if it was possible to locate people instead of objects. It is possible, but only for those gifted with the proper mental acuities. Someone like yourself, for instance. How is it done? With this. The headmaster reaches into his coat pocket and produces a purple crystal on a long, thin chain. This is a pendulum. It has many uses in the ways of the mind, but it can also be used to locate people or objects. How can a pendulum help find a person? The easiest method is to use a map. Concentrate on the person you'd like to find, and the pendulum will swing in the right direction. It is not always very precise, but the smaller the area you are searching, the closer you can be in pinpointing a location. So if I wanted to find someone on campus, would that be a small enough area? Certainly. And you could use the school map. Do you want to see how it works? Yes. Then follow me. He moves towards one of the desks and motions me to sit. Luckily, I like to keep a copy of the Sarenville map on my person. You never know when you may need it. He spreads the map out on the desk. It's the same map of the school that I received in my welcome pack, except much larger and more detailed. Now, take the pendulum and concentrate on the person you wish to locate. Once you have that person in mind, the pendulum should start to move. I close my eyes and concentrate on Dex. Sure enough, I felt the pendulum start to swing slowly in my grip. Don't stop concentrating. Wait until you feel the pendulum begin to swing purposely. I'm not exactly sure what he means until I feel it. The pendulum is definitely swinging harder in one direction. That's it. Now take a look. I open my eyes and see that the jewel on the pendant keeps swinging towards one particular spot on the map. The winter courtyard. So Dex must be there. For now. I'd better hurry before he decides to slip off somewhere else. Did you find what you were looking for? Yes, thank you, Professor. I hesitate, not wanting to bolt out the door after he just assisted me. The headmaster laughs. Go, find whoever it is you're looking for. With a grateful smile, I rush out the door and run toward the old wing. Do you want to explain this? Explain what? I wave the note around in front of me. He glances at it briefly before giving me a light shrug. Oh, that. Yes, this. What are you trying to do? Scare me into leaving the school? Something like that. But why? You said not to trust the council. What do you know about the council that I don't? They're an organized authority faction. Surely you have some form of government where you come from. Do you trust your government? Well, I'm not... Well, you shouldn't. They will never have your best interest in mind. So all this is because of your government paranoia? You can call it paranoia if you like, but I prefer to keep my eyes open, and I'm not the only one around here that has concerns about it. I give a sigh of frustration. This conversation is getting me nowhere. Why did you enter my room? I wasn't sure if you'd gotten my message the first time. You seemed pretty calm that day outside your room. You mean when you showed up outside my door to make sure I was still here? Did you think your note was going to make me run off? Something like that. How did you get in? Did you pick my lock? No, I didn't pick your lock. Then how? Look, if you don't know enough about this place to know how someone might have gotten into your room, you probably shouldn't dismiss my warnings. What does that even mean? I'm done here. I did my job. It's not up to me to make you believe it. Your job? See you around, Oracle. If you make it, that is. He disappears into the darkness, leaving me standing there, mouth agape. What should I do today? Okay, so this is the Saturday and Sunday stuff. So let's look what I need. I have a lot of endurance. Not as much power and control. Maybe we work on those this weekend. 1 power, 1 control. Okay. So let's see. That's logic, charm, control. Let's do my room and we'll do control. I spend the afternoon practicing meditation. Close my eyes, take a deep breath, empty my thoughts. I think I'm getting better at blocking out the outside world. Yay! While walking back to my room, I notice a strange-looking door in the hallway that I've never seen before. Do doors usually appear from out of nowhere in this place? I feel an inexplicable pull towards the door, as if it's calling out to me. Let's do it. I can't resist the temptation of the mysterious door and decide to investigate. I approach the door cautiously, studying it for any clues. The door is made of solid wood and has no visible handle or lock. I place my hand on the door and feel a strange tingling sensation. Suddenly, the door swings open, revealing a dark passageway that seems to go on forever. I step inside, closing the door behind me. Ooh. The walls are lined with torches that provide dim light. As I walk, I notice strange symbols etched into the walls. I can't decipher what they mean, but they make me uneasy. After what seems like hours of walking, I reach a chamber. In the center of the room, I see a pedestal with a glowing crystal necklace resting on top. I can sense powerful magic emanating from the necklace. It feels familiar somehow. You finally found me. I whirl around at the sound of the voice, but the chamber is empty. Down here. Is the voice coming from the necklace? I move closer to the pedestal. The crystal necklace lies perfectly still, as if waiting for someone. I must be hearing things. How can a necklace talk? I put my hand over the necklace and feel the same strange tingle that I felt when I touched the door earlier. My heart skips a beat as the necklace suddenly begins to glow brighter and brighter until I am blinded by its blinding brilliance. Yes, that's it. You have the power to wield me. Go ahead, put me on. Okay, this time I know the voice came from the necklace. What? Who are you? Oh, we'll have plenty of time to get to know each other later. Put me on. Do it. Now I'm starting to panic. What kind of crazy person puts a talking necklace on their body? And why do I want to listen to anything this thing has to say so badly? Still, curiosity gets the best of me. With shaking hands, I carefully remove the necklace from the pedestal and hold it in front of me. Its brilliant light makes everything around me seem distant and blurry. This won't hurt, trust me. Reluctantly, I take the necklace and place it over my head. At first, I can barely feel the necklace against my skin. But then something happens. It becomes warm, almost hot against my neck. It feels good, almost soothing. A sudden jolt goes through me. Is this some kind of spell? Am I about to faint? Why did I listen to a stupid necklace? Easy there, you're just fine. The strange feeling goes away and I'm left feeling powerful. And not just that, my mind is sharper than ever. I think faster too. Everything feels clear and sharp. Power plus 10. Woohoo! Logic and thought is increased by 5. Whoa, now that was fun. Now you've got your mojo back. The necklace practically sings from my neck. What? What did you do? I gave you a little boost, just enough to help you along, that's all. I looked down at myself, noticed that the necklace has neatly tucked itself under my shirt, hidden from sight. Our little secret. How long will this boost last? As long as you're wearing me, but remember, don't tell anyone else. This is strange, but I do feel amazing. This necklace could really come in handy. I turn around and walk back down the passageway and into the hall. As soon as I close the strange door, it disappears. Okay. What should I do today? I think we were going to do... Control today. No, I did control last time. I was going to do power, but we got that boost. So I probably don't need power. I guess we could do control again. I guess we'll do control again because I want to kind of keep all those together. And I don't need to do power now, which is what I was going to do. I spend the afternoon practicing meditation. Close my eyes, take a deep breath, empty my thoughts. I think I'm getting better at blocking the outside world. Okay, magic control. Tonight seems like a good night to settle down and start reading the green book I found in the library. Unfortunately, my earlier fears are confirmed. The entire book is in another language. Even once I find out what language this is, it will take me forever to translate the whole thing. What you readin'? Rayla, I didn't hear you come in. I know, you were staring at that book so hard I thought it might burst into flames. Rayla leans over me in an attempt to read the book over my shoulder. You can read Greek? I look back at the book, dumbfounded. I'm such an idiot, of course it would be Greek. Sabine was from Greece. No, I can't read it, but I wish I could. What is this anyway? It's the journal of the former oracle. Really? As in the one who just died mysteriously? How did you get your hands on this? I found it in the old library. Professor Mordain let me in there to study for the council meeting. I'm not sure why it would be there. But it was. It was really strange. This book called to me. In my mind, I mean. That's your oracle powers at work. Maybe. So that means this journal must have something important in it. Maybe something about who killed her. I just need to translate it. Well, I'm sure you could find a Greek dictionary in the library, but that would take forever. That's what I was thinking. Do you know anyone who speaks Greek? Sure, but this is a lot of pages. That's a pretty big task, even for a native speaker. You'd be better off using some sort of translator device. And do you happen to have one of those? Me? No, they're pretty rare, not to mention super expensive. I know someone who does have one, but you're not going to like it. Who? Sindra? Sindra? No way I'm asking her. No way am I asking her. She'd probably set the book on fire and me along with it. Yeah, but what are your other options? I don't know, but I'd rather spend my time thinking of a million alternatives than ask her. I guess I don't blame you. I'll find another way, but I'm going to keep this book close to me until then. I have a feeling I shouldn't let anyone know I have this. It could be considered evidence, depending on what's in it. Maybe you should give it to the authorities? You think? I don't know. Well, we don't know if the authorities had anything to do with it, so maybe not. Remember what the creepy note said? Of course, but that was just Dex trying to scare me. I don't know if I can take that seriously. Still, I think your original plan to keep it hidden is a good one, at least until we can find out what it says. I shoved the book into my school bag in between two larger books. If this thing is as important as I feel it is, I'd better find a way to translate it soon. Okay, week 6. Time to choose my electives. Alright, so... Logic, insight, power control, theory. We got a lot of endurance. So probably insight. Let's see what we can find. Insight and theory. So let's do astrology. Power and control. Logic and endurance. And then I guess, was it... We've been doing quickness and composure. They haven't been going up a whole bunch, but I'm thinking we stick with that. Calligraphy. Okay. Time for today's elective class. Today we focused on the study of the astrological houses. We start by exploring the significance of the 12 houses in a birth chart, their rulership, their connection to different areas of life such as career, relationships, health, and spirituality. Then we'll look at examples of the astrological charts of famous people in radiant history to illustrate how the house placement of the planet can affect a person's life and personality. I learned that Professor Balin is a Capricorn. Perhaps that can help me understand him better. Okay, magic theory increased. Insight increased. Alright. I'm in for a surprise when I return to my dorm that afternoon. The room is an utter mess. Drawers empty, beds disarranged, except the damage is mostly contained to my side of the room. Someone has been in here. I begin to sort through the mess, trying to determine if anything is missing. What could I possibly have that anyone would want? The answer almost whispers in my ear. The journal. But the journal is tucked safely inside my school bag. Whoever wanted it has been unsuccessful. Oh my goddess, what happened in here? Rayla's voice from behind me shakes me awake again. Someone broke into our room. What? Did they take anything? I have some pretty valuable plants in here. Whoever it was didn't seem interested in anything of yours. Oh, yeah, it looks like my stuff is untouched. That's odd. What do you think they were looking for? I'm not certain, but I think it might have been Sibyl's journal. I'm just not sure who would want it. Well, if there's something in that journal that could point towards the cause of her death, I could see someone not wanting that information to get out. But that would mean someone at Sarenville has something to do with the Oracle's death, wouldn't it? I'm thinking it's the professor. It could have been an accomplice, or maybe someone who visited the school. That doesn't narrow it down much. Who could possibly know I have it? I've been careful to keep it hidden. My lips have been sealed, a real feat for me. Whoever it was, they didn't get what they were looking for, but I don't think they're going to give up. I think I need to translate this thing sooner rather than later. Are you saying what I think you're saying? Unfortunately, yes. I'm going to ask Sindra for help. I enter the alchemy classroom filled with trepidation. Asking Sindra for help is not something I thought I would ever do, but it's the only way to get this journal translated quickly. Miss Ash, I'm afraid Mr. Yoshino will not be joining our class today, so please join another group for now. Kai is missing class? Is he sick? He got suspended. I turn around in my seat and see Sindra gazing at me, expression neutral. What? Why? Who knows, but it's not that surprising, is it? He's been a troublemaker since he got here, probably the same reason he got booted from Riverscar. I turn away from Sindra's smirking face. Kai may like pranks, but they're harmless. I don't think he'd do anything major enough to get himself suspended. I'll have to ask him about this later, but for now I've got something else to take care of. I turn back towards Sindra, who's busy setting up her potion station. Based on the scowl on her face, she seems to be in a bad mood. Just my luck. But I can't back down. I need to convince her to help me out with the translation of the diary. Hey. She doesn't bother to look up as she responds. Yeah? Do you have a minute? I wanted to ask you something. You're not going to ask me about Kai again, are you? I told you everything I know. No, that's not it. Sindra gives a loud sigh and drops her washcloth on the table. Well, what is it? I was told you might have access to a translation device. Is that true? Maybe. Why do you want to know? Well, I'd like to borrow it, just for a short time. And why should I loan you such a valuable item? Because you're helpful, kind, it's for a good cause. What do you plan to do with it is of no interest to me, but I can be helpful, for a price. I should have expected this. She has no reason to help me for free, but it's terribly important to me to get my hands on that translator. I'm willing to hear her out. What kind of price? I don't have any money. Oh, I don't need money. I need resources. Resources for what? I'm sure by now you know that I am top of our class, and I'd like it to remain that way. I need it to remain that way. But that complete imbecile in the front row keeps one-upping me. I need to outshine him in our next potion assignment. You want me to sabotage another student? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not a cheater. I earn my marks. No, I need a specific ingredient, one that will extend the life of my potion. If I can do that, Professor Daniel will have to give me the top grade. Why do you need my help getting the ingredient? Because it's not something that is kept in the Academy storeroom. Its use is a little unorthodox, which is another reason why including it will surely impress the professor. But I am certain it can be found on the grounds. It only grows in dark, wet places. Like a sewer? More like the caves outside of school grounds. There are caves? We're in a mountainous region. Of course there are caves. So you want me to go digging around in a dark, wet cave for a plant? Do you want my translator or not? I do. Translating all those pages myself would take weeks, and I don't have weeks. I need to find out what happened to Sibyl before it happens to me, too. Ugh, fine. I'll do it. Just give me the details. Sindra scribbles some specifics on the plant she is looking for, as well as directions to the cave. There isn't anything dangerous in this cave, is there? I don't know. I've never been there. Great. Maybe I shouldn't take on this task alone. I can probably convince Rayla to go with me. Oh, I forgot to mention. I need that plant soon. Bring it to me by our next alchemy class or the deal's off. I'm tempted to ball up her notes and throw them back in her face, but I had planned to get this done soon regardless, so I just give her a silent nod and hurry out of the classroom. Time for today's elective. Alright, well, with that, we are going to go ahead and end here, and we'll see if we can get that plant in the next one. But yeah, that's everything for this time, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!